Hey guys, here I'm back with my top 8 Mystic Mind Burn. I top 8 at locals last Sunday with this. I just want to show you. I had a few different cards. I'm going to tell you my choices and why I chose them when I get there. But first and foremost, you need these bad boys for your tokens. They're real cheap. Get them from your dollar binder. Make sure you got those. Okay, let's get right into it. Standard, 3 Liliths. We run 1 Doggeron and then 1 Kumungus, and then 1 Prankatops. In my top 8, I didn't only ran the 1 Kaiju, just the 1, but there was a whole lot of rogue there, and they were all running like Dankos and made a whole bunch of Prankats and Thunder Dragons running. So I decided to up this. This was at the tournament. I didn't like change it like mid-tournament. Like that's kind of crazy to do, but if you're going to play this deck, I would say run a few Kaijus and probably a Prankatop just for spot removal. Just going second. And just getting rid of the pesky like Dankos, Jinzos, if they run anything like that, since the deck's getting really popular. And obviously you have your 3 Mystic Minds. Now I'm a budget player, so I don't have the Pot of Extravagance, but I run the Card of Demise engine, which works pretty well. I run 3 Demise of the lands, which I really will run to 2 once more cards that I order for the deck come in. I'm gonna put this down to 2. It comes up a lot, but way too much. This is something I didn't have in the deck, but I'm planning on upping this, taking out the Demise land, upping this to 2. Prohibition. Just call Twin Twister or MST. Just look at your opponent, you can tell. And I'm still trying to figure out a good ruling for this versus Danko. I don't know if this can stop Danko, then you can call Danko. But this just stops literally almost everything. So it's like I would run this at 2. I have 1 more in the mail coming. I run the 1 Pot of Duality because I only have 1. I sold all my ultra rares. Now here we go, some burn cards. We have the 3 Just Desserts. This is standard. I don't run the Ceasefires anymore. I ran the 3 Ceasefires in my top 8, but they really just didn't do enough damage, because once you give your opponent the Ojama tokens, Ceasefire doesn't do anything. They may take only like 5, maybe 1,000 because of the 3 Ojamas, unless they link them off right away. But depending on how if they have the Link Spiders or Nightmares, they'll just stay there. So you really are condensing it, because Just Desserts is a lot better because it does each monster versus Ceasefire. You only do an effect monsters. There's really no reason on Ceasefire. If you run Ceasefire, take it off Wave Motion. I don't have Wave Motion. Again, budget player. And I didn't find none of my old commons. And we run 3 Dark Bribes. You gotta protect our Mystic Mind. We run the 3 Ojama Trios. We run the Trios because it's good, just good to get monsters on their opponent's side. Because after they try to link down a 1 and they try to destroy it, good against Sky Striker if they don't get their added effects. And I don't think they can even use most of their cards, honestly, because they probably won't even use them. I don't really know how the Sky Striker cards read, but I think you just can't even use them if you have a monster in the main monster zone. So I would never drop this. And Sky Striker is what made me lose, and not because I wasn't really siding properly for them, because I still have my Just Desserts and I really didn't have nothing to side in. And it's like Just Desserts against Sky Strikers, when all they do is keep linking off your stuff and popping themselves. They only burn for like 500. I got the guy down to like probably like 3,700, but I still ended up losing. And then game 2, I just got like swept up. 3 Metaverse, because you need to get this out of your deck as fast as possible. That's probably run the 3, but will be 2 Demise of the Lands. Ring Destruction, just good spot removal. Really, it's sided out again a lot, especially against Striker, because if you target the Ray, they'll tag it out. Target one of the links, they'll just tag it out with Ray. But against any other deck, it's really good. Because then you can also chain it, then Secret Barrel, Just Desserts, and then chain at the beginning of the chain the Ring Destruction, and then you know you can kill him for game right there. It's came up 1 time. Then we run 3 Secret Barrels. Just more burn cards. I like this versus the Secret Blast, because the Secret Blast does more, but it doesn't include the hand. And usually when you're going against people, usually the opponent will just keep everything in their hand, and they'll just start discarding cards. So this will do more damage since it does their field too in their hand, while Secret Blast doesn't. Then I run 2 Transmigration Prophecies. Again, this is another card just as high to put in. I'm sorry that they look really, really bad, but I like the rares a lot more than the commons that came in the new structure deck. This just to recycle your mind in case they ever get through it all, or just recycle any card that you really need from your graveyard. Or if you get into a stall match and your opponent doesn't have any outs, and you don't have any outs, and you just wanna, and they don't want to scoop, you just basically do this so you don't deck out. You just recycle one of them and then another card, and then whenever you get to the other one, recycle the other one and another card, and you never can deck out. Because me and a guy got into a deck out war because he had 2 Denkos, all I had was 1 Kaiju. And it was just gonna, like, we just both couldn't do nothing. He had Prankatops, I had just this. He couldn't attack and connect any effects. And I was gonna say, oh, I only ran the 1 Kaiju, but if I would have had this, I would have, I mean, I still ended up winning the set, but I wouldn't have went 1-2-1, I would have just won 2-0 against him, so that's why I decided to put that in there. It's a really good card. I really suggest you run at least a 2. Just in case you get into those matches where if you need to deck someone out, you can deck them out. Because the reason I lost that is because I think I went first. He had the additional draw, but then I had all this draw power, and I was just, and I had like 20 cards to his like 22, because I think we had like a friend count our cards. And then these are our last 3 one-ups. We have the Macrocosmos, the Solemn Judgement, and Threatening Roar. Macrocosmos is just good against every single deck in the meta right now. Sky Strikers don't get their spells in the grave if you go first and activate this, unless they pop it, but by the time they get to it, it's a 1-up. They gotta search, Malthus Fusion, they gotta try to draw into it. And then it's like you want them to pop this before they pop your mind. So then it's like, this is added protection, because it's like, what do they want to do? They want to pop the mind and get the monster effects, or they want to pop this so all their spells can go to the grave. So it's basically like a field barrier without having a field barrier. Because field barrier is pretty terrible if they somehow get rid of your goddamn field spell. Which can happen because people run set rotation, which can out the field barrier, and then field barrier says you can't activate any new field spells, which did come up and almost lost me a game, but then the guy Solomon Great Rage my field barrier, which I was like, thank you Jesus, and then I was able to win that. Okay, then we have the Solemn Judgement, just another protection card for your Mystic Mind, and we have the Threatening Roar, just in case you don't open any way to get to the mind, just another added protection. You just activate it, and that's it. Just activate stall on that turn, try to get another draw. Now our side deck, we have 3 Droll and Lockbirds. Just add stun against those danger decks or any deck that does a lot of searching. Sky Strikers, so they can't just add, draw, off engage, add like 500 times a turn. You have another Kaiju, just because we run the Kaiju Slumber package. We had a Prime Material just for the mirror match, but no one else was even though I didn't have this end, but no one else was playing Mystic Mind there. But I will see it probably next Sunday, so I'm ready for it. We have the 1 Cardcar D, just added draw power. You sided in weekend. I was main decking this. It was nice, but I have Secret Rares coming in the mail, but I don't really think I'm gonna run them. I might still try to play around with it. It's like it ends your turn afterwards, but as long as you're able to get your Metaverse set, it's just more draw power for next turn, just so you can plus off your opponent. Then we have another Dinowrestler Prankatops, just more spot removal, just in case you need it. If you don't, then you don't. Those are for our monsters in the side deck. And then we have 2 in the regular Kaiju Slumbers. Or run almost a whole complete Kaiju package. This just helps out boards, especially like Denkos. It's just an out to the Denkos, out to Jinzo, out to any of those problematic cards, out to Prime Material. Well, actually, no, Prime Material I think can discard to negate this, so not out to that, but it's just out to all those problematic cards. That's it for our spells. Now for our traps. I really wish I had these going against that striker player. Curse of Darkness. I think it's a really underrated card because it reads each time a spell card is activated, meaning that it resolves. First time activated, that spell takes 1,000 damage. I saw these in against Striker. I saw them against Solomon Great. You know, Solomon Great don't really use that much spells except for Field Spell, the Circle, maybe Pot of Avarice, maybe the enemy controls they run it, but it's still just nice to run it for the extra 1,000 per spell. And then Twin Twister, so it's like this is just another target. And then if you set all 3 of these, activate 2 of them, it's like every time I activate Twin Twist trying to pop something or their mind, hey, they're at least taking 1,000. So you're just doing more of your win condition. And then Sky Strikers, they honestly just can't play it until they get the Jamming Waves or Twin Twister, MST, what's the other one? Afterburners. And they try to get this off the field first because they try to go for your mind. By the time they get to it, especially if Metaverse is set and just activate another one, they would already activate like 2, maybe 3 spells, getting to their out to this, and they would already took 2,000-3,000, which just makes it that much easier to burn for game. And then we just have Imperial Order. Skystrike is my hardest matchup. I don't really think they're gonna be that hard now with the Curse of Darkness, but this just add protection against them and any other spell heavy decks. Then we just have Solemn Warning against like danger or anything I know will side of Denko. Just another card just out that. And then another card for mirror match. Pikerus Circle Enhancement. It basically just reduces all effect damage you would take or to 0 for the turn. So if another opponent is using a wave motion, they activate Send to Graveyard, chain that, then they just lost their win condition. I'm trying to look for more cards to gain life points. I will side this out. I mean, I will take this out if I can find like a Golden Ladybug for a good price. Or maybe a Solemn Wishes, because every time you draw, you gain 500, which is pretty good. As long as it's face up, Denko really can't out it. The only out to that would be Genzo. But that's my side. Extra. I mean, actually, I don't have an extra deck. I don't have Pot of Extravagance yet. But if I do buy it, I will have one. It'll just be random stuff. I don't think I'm going to run Super Poly, so just whatever you want. Thank you again for watching. I would show you a testing, like I always love doing that, but it's like, it's not really a combo deck. It's just mostly you just get to your Mystic Mine and that's it. But if you want to just do I can do an opening hand for it. 1 second, I'm going to just power shuffle this and I'm going to just do an opening. Just to see what you see. I'm going to do like probably like 2 or 3 test hands just to show you like what the opening hand would be. Alright, I'm back. I'm just going to keep shuffling this a little bit. I already power shuffled it. Just do it a little bit more lucky shuffles. Let's see what we get. We get Dark Bribe, we get Transmigration Prohecy, Lilith, we get Just Desserts, and we get Mystic Mind. Well, with a hand like this, I would just keep Mystic Mind because you already have basically your Metaverse right there set already. You know, just activate, summon out Lilith, activate it. You already have 3 Metaverses, so set the Metaverse. You can set everything else. You already have Dark Bribe, they hit Twin Twister, evenly match you first turn. And then there you go with that hand. Let's do 2 more. Okay. We're going to our opponent to cut one more time. Let's see what we got. Okay, we already have our Demise of Lands, so it's only special summon, which they obviously will. If they're trying, especially OTK, if you have the monsters on board, you already have your Mystic Mind, and you have another one hand in case they get rid of it. You have Macrocosmos just a set and basically ruin their whole entire day. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I had it all the way up there, so you can't even say. So basically, this is another OP hand, because basically set that any deck can't play if they don't have an out to it. Because all their cards will be banished, they can't do nothing. Which is a really underrated card. Even though it's only at 1, I would especially run this if you're running Mystic Mind. Just so they can't recur any of their cards that maybe can hurt you. Now let's just do 1 more. Oh yeah, another added spice I'm thinking about running would be Time Maiden and some Time Lords. There's 2. There's one that when it attacks, you return 1 card from your opponent's field to like either the deck or the hand that burns for 500. I think it's called like Kamion, the Time Lord, and then there's the Michion, I think it's called, and then that once after attacks it has your opponent's life points, which just helps them. Just like and then Time Maiden basically searches them out or special summons them depending on what you want to do and how you open. It's like I already got my copies, so I suggest you get yours. It's just I'm thinking I would definitely take that out for the Kaiju package because I think it's a lot better and it's a lot more sneaky. A lot of people won't see it coming. There's that I have coming in to replace the Kaijus. I think I have Prohibitions coming in. I have the Cardcar D, which I don't really think I'm gonna run. Which will probably be taken out, or the one probably taken out on my side deck. I think that might be everything. I'm planning on playing this in my next regional, so wish me luck, guys. Let's do 1 more cut. Let's see what do we got. We got Demise List. We already got it. We got Card of Demise. We have Dark Bribe. We have another Mystic Mind. We have another Prohibition. So basically, you can call. You know, this is game 2. I mean, you can always keep this in your side deck, just so you know what you're going against. Because most times you want to go first, just so you can set your Demise or Metaverse. Just whenever they do anything, you can. So you could side deck this just so you know what you're playing against, basically. Just so you're not blind calling a card they don't got. You could just call Twin Twister, and then they have Seconds Light, and it's like, well, you waste their Prohibition, but at least you know you're gonna win that match. Unless they use the Chaos Dragon Levi in there and then pop it. And then they keep recycling it. Well, I don't know if they can recycle it, but I know they can use it a few times because most decks run that at 3. And it's a good out to Mystic Mine. I'm gonna do one more just because we're already shuffling. Just show you, like, you usually get to Mystic Mine a lot. Even out the Pot of Extravagance, which really would just add more consistency. Or more Pot of Dualities, which is add more consistency. So if you have any of those, I would definitely run those at max. You could take out the Transmigration Prophecies if you really don't like it. I would honestly keep that in. I would say just take the Kaijus out of the main. Just have, I don't think I'm only running 2 in the main, so I'll probably take out the 1 Prankatops, put that on the side. Take out something else. Let's see, Card of Demise, Pot of Duality, Just Desert, Rain Destruction, and Mystic Mine. Now let's just say, since we don't really have the Mystic Mine on their turn, let's just see if we would have got it. We could have activated Pot of Duality. Oh, that would have been it right there. You get your Lilith from Metaverse. And then just Card of Demise, set everything. You could set this in a fail spell zone because you'd still activate that. You probably wouldn't want to just discard it, and then let's say you would have drew 3 cards. That would have been your extra. Yep, you'd have been good to go. The deck is really consistent. All you do is get to your Mystic Mine and protect it, and you win. You run enough protection. You run enough recursion. And then it's like, especially if you run the Time Lord package, they can't destroy it by battle. You take no battle damage. So basically, they out that after they use all the resources just to out the Mystic Mine. And it's like after battles, it has a life punch or returns a card. They burn them 500. It's like this deck is really good. I really hope it doesn't get banned too fast, even though it will get banned. I'm just being a degenerate right now. That's why I'm really enjoying it. Because it's a little different than what I usually run. Because I usually run combos. But just let you know about what I'm doing, guys. I'm currently making a spiral deck. And this is our next hand. We would have had it again with the Metaverse. Just Desserts, Dark Bribe, Threatening Roar. Just show you. The deck is too consistent. The deck is too disgusting. It's just too everything. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm currently building a spiral deck. I don't have any dangers, obviously, but it's coming together. Summon Sorcerer just being banned hurt because I've been building it for like the last month. So I'm trying to find a new combo. I'm trying to find a way to run it without dangers, but it's getting to the point where since Summon Sorcerers got hit, it's like you kind of really need the dangers to extend. But I'm gonna keep working on that for you guys so I can get y'all a budget spiral deck. Maybe with just Mothman, the Dogmans, maybe. And probably like Thunderbird and Ogo Pogo. Maybe those might work. Maybe. I don't know yet. But there's that. And then I'm trying to build my actual mat right here. I have all the Lightsworn cards. I'm just trying to think of a spicy profile for that. Like maybe Chaos Lightsworns. I might try to bring those back. And I don't really know what the win condition would be. I'm still trying to think. I really had an idea of it. I think I had the card over here, but I wanted to. Let's see. What do I want to do? I don't know. I feel like I had a boss monster in my. Oh yeah, I wanted to think about making Orcus. Orcus got thing. Orcus Lightsworn Chaos. Because I pulled a Dangerous, so I had to sneak, but I gave it to my friend. He's running Danger Orcus. I'm thinking about seeing that work, just a Danger Orcus. I mean, not Danger Orcus, Lightsworn Orcus. Those Lightsworns, they mill. These activate on the grave. It's like I can see some synergy there, and then throw in some Chaos monsters. Basically have Orcus in win condition with basically Lightsworn being the engine, just like the Danger engine. And then since Light and Dark, you have the Chaos. You have JD if you run the 1 copy. You're on the Eclipse Wyvern, the Chaos Dragons. Being Leviathan there and Envoy at the end, and then Chaos Sorcerer, and then Black Luster. So that's what I'm thinking about building next. I'm gonna start building that tonight, and I'm gonna start doing some testing. And if it works out, then I'll be posting a video in like this week sometime, maybe at latest next week. Thank you again, guys, for getting my last video to almost 300 views, 10 likes. It's like seeing the growth and seeing all the videos and watch time. It's really been making me want to take this more seriously. Like I've been recording on my phone to make me want to. Actually, like I have a camera too, but it's just too complicated right now since I don't have like a laptop to use. So I don't really like to use the camera just to send the files to my phone. Sorry for being long-winded again, but thank you again for watching, and just like, comment, subscribe, share it if you want to see more. Thank you. And if you want to see these new deck profiles, whichever one you want to see first, just let me know. But it probably will be the Lightsworn, because I'm going to probably start building that tonight since I have most of the cards for that. Thank you again.